Salak, you're having to do a part two. See, the damn do not disturb don't even work. I got a phone call in the middle of this. That's stupid. Salakia. Let's play a little.
We can't control nature. And if we're going to play God and make these new germs inside ticks, there could be blowback, unintended consequences, and that's what I believe could happen.
So that's a definite.
Yeah, blowback is a CIA term, by the way. Blowback means the shenanigans that they were up to. Okay, it went sideways, and you have all kind of collateral damage, and and they can point it back to the source, because that's the whole point of the CIA, is for them for nobody to know who did what. Anyway.
So, but what's people are reporting recently is that this has been ramped up, and that they're being dropped in fields and farmland across America, millions of ticks in boxes. And here's a bit of a video of one of them.
I'm out here mushroom hunting, and I found, there it is right there, the tick box. I'm not going to touch it because there's ticks all over that thing. I know there is. Look at them crawling out of it. Millions of them. You can see.
So that's what people are reporting, not just this one report, but all over the place. People with horses who take care of horses saying we've never seen anything like these ticks. And here is someone saying that they think it's coming. They caught a helicopter dropping this stuff. Let's watch.
We have no clue who these people are or what they're doing, but they're on our fucking top field. Who the fuck? Look at what they're doing. No, not you. Literally in our top field. Oh, there they go.
Yeah, see, they should have used their Second Amendment rights, man. They didn't announce themselves. Okay? That's wild. You see that? So the worm is spread under this place. All right? It's done. It's cooked. The farmers are done. All of y'all about to be getting in robotic, man-made lab meat into a 15-minute zone. That's where this is going. For all you niggas that are okay staying here and delaying the coming of the Lord.
So that was back two times they made that trip to that farm. And I just want to let people know, in case you think this is crazy, Robert Malone, who was the doctor we brought on this show at the beginning of COVID, and everything he said about the vaccine and COVID turned out to be 100% correct, which is why the establishment Big Pharma bought media had to discredit him. But he owned several vaccine patents, and he developed the mRNA platform, not the COVID vaccine, but the platform that was built on. And so He's confirmed that radioactive Lone Star ticks were released upon Americans, and over the last several years, there's been a surge in tick-borne meat allergies from, you guessed it, the Lone Star tick. This man in the video is a WEF bioethicist named Matthew Lau, who in 2016 talked about...
You see that? Bioethicist. You see that bullshit? Bio means life. Ethicist means right. So in other words, he's trying to do the right thing in the interest of life. That's what his title says, you see. But what is he really doing? He's talking about hacking your ass, man. Why? Because he cannot convince people to go along with his scheme. Okay? Just like with Gad, he couldn't convince Gad to give up that land for a price that he was okay with. So what did he do? He acted like he was his friend, man. He acted like it was all good. Signed treaties, okay? Meanwhile, the whole time plotting to overthrow him.
Making humans allergic to red meat through human engineering so they wouldn't eat meat so much. So I just want to play this for you.
So one is that people eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption on meat, then it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah.
They don't have no evidence of that. Eating meat will help the planet. Motherfucker, you can grow as many cows as you need. Okay? You don't need to overpopulate. One cow can feed a whole family, man. But what did y'all do? Y'all didn't like people owning their own cows, so you offloaded all of that labor to a corporation that's gonna give you these weird antibiotic-ridden GMO cows, and they truck everything in on interstate highways. All right, they inject them with all kind of things that destroy you but help their profit margins. You know. Now they're trying to get people to not eat meat.
Some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say, wow, this steak is just too juicy. I can't do it. I'm one of those, by the way. So, but so here's the thought, right?
Now, is he gonna take it? See, these WEF guys, they are prescribing something that they are unwilling to take. Just like that McDonald's CEO, that nigga got up there on that commercial and pretended like he took a bite of that Big Mac. That nigga ain't eating no goddamn McDonald's, man. And he's the CEO. What does that tell you? This is no different. It pissing me off looking at this.
So it turns out
man.
that we know a lot about. So we have these intolerance to. For example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish.
And we're gonna find out eventually that lactose intolerant bullshit was something he did too, man. You know. Peanut allergies. Where did all these things come from? HIV, gluten allergies, and celiac disease. These were not issues that people were having 60, 70 years ago. All right?
So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
So, you don't have to agree with this. Climate change is a scam, and it's used to do stuff like that to people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's there it's a total scam. People have no idea, and so this seems to be our own government, and being controlled by an international global billionaire class, the WEF globalists. And those are the people who really run things. Your congressmen don't run things. Your president has a boss, which is obvious through this Iran war. And some of the bosses are people like Bill Gates, right? So now Bill Gates funded research into genetically engineered cattle ticks. Now 450,000 Americans have red meat allergies from alpha-gal syndrome caused by tick bites. And
the usual suspects. We just covered how this guy was behind the mosquitoes, genetically modified. Now he's behind these ticks. Okay, he also owns a company or owns stock in companies called Good Foods and Upside Foods, which are lab-grown meats, which would be a direct competitor to these natural cows. Okay, so you can see where this is going. Okay, and he's not even slick with it no more because he doesn't have to be, because the vast majority of these people are airheads, man. Okay, they're mouth-breathing robots, man. And you heathen gotta get put in check, man. Let me go to the hold on. What was I thinking of? Psalms 2. I'm gonna end it here. I can go forever on this, but I gotta get back to it. Okay. Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed. All right, and he is on the WEF council, man. Okay, that's part of that council. Okay, they all want their spot. Moab, Ishmael, Elam. All right, Ham. They all want to rule and go out, but they don't have any concept or what it takes to rule the earth in righteousness, man. They can't even hold accountable the devil, man. Okay, Esau should have been kicked out, man. Okay, the whole world should have been came against this guy. But they're not. They want to be him. They want to be like him. They don't dislike Esau. They envy the position that he's in. Okay, ain't no righteous spirit in these heathen, man. All right. It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. And see what the things that they did to us, it's now spilling over into the rest of the population. So now you lower level Edomites and you lower level Moabites and Elamite and you other heathen, y'all are catching the same thing that they meant for us. See that trap, okay, it's now that poison is now mutating, and it's starting to eat everybody alive, man. Okay? And now there's an elite class, okay, that separated themselves from you. They don't even see you as human, to be honest. Okay, how else could they make a decision for you about what you can and can't eat and poison you against your own will? Okay? It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord Yahweh shall have them in derision. The Lord shall have them in derision. Okay? We can't wait for the Lord to get back, man. Goodness. It says, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. All right? So this ain't going to just be charges and y'all do some time. Y'all going to get y'all ass beat, man. Okay? It'll be according every man to his works, like the scripture said. Okay? So all of the heathen will be in captivity, but not all heathen are going to get the same, boot upside their head. It'll be according to what they did, man. But all of y'all going to pay. Every last one of you, man. Okay? The Lord believes in collective punishments. All right? If you get treated well in the kingdom, it's because a brother decided to have mercy on you. It ain't because you owed it. It ain't because you didn't do nothing wrong. No, the Lord ain't worried about whether or not you individually did something wrong. He's judging the whole nation. Okay? I always say Jeremiah didn't do anything wrong. All right? But he had to suffer. Okay? It says, I will declare the decree, the Lord Yahweh hath said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. All right? So the Lord already has a ruler that he has in mind to rule the realm of earth. Okay? He already is on the right hand in the heavens, and now he's going to rule over the realm of earth. Okay? On earth as it is in heaven. So all of you going to have to sit your ass down, man. All right? It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. That is your future. All of you, man. And we can't wait. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. What is that talking about? Does that sound like salvation? You see? Simple-minded Negroes, man. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. All right. So y'all are warned. Y'all read the Bible, you heathen. That's plain. You don't need the Holy Spirit to understand that part. All right. Certain things are plain in the scriptures, man. All right. So I'm gonna end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rachakwadash Kwam Yasharallah. Abba Babal. Shalom.